Mm. What's this doing too much of? What's this doing too much of? That's still into too much of. That's even worse. Adjusting the camera for the people in the back. Adjusting the camera for the people in the back. All praise due to the Fahrenheit slang. It is the slangs that brings us here together. Telling you, boy, that's the best of part. Together. All praise due to the Fahrenheit slang. It is the slangs that brings us purpose. It's the Fahrenheit, 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 Fahrenheit. I'm your host, first degree the DE, Southside SACE. We live on the YouTube 7 o'clock every the day, every of evening. But for 15 minutes, we live on the TikTok and we live on the Facebooks. Why? Because the story, the Underbelly Sound Wars, is so of important. I'm coming to you with it. The Underbelly Sound Wars is so of important. I got distracted seeing Carlos' purpose. So much of purpose. I gotta reach out to yous with it. Now, today's episode, a question and answer. So fill the chat with your questions. Hurry with it. I'm agendaless. I'm somewhat agendaless. So fill up the chat with your questions and let's go live with it together. Then we also gonna recap the epic event. Shaq, was that Shaq calling it epic? That was my man Ark calling it epic. The epic event, yo, Underbelly Sound Wars Season 2 has begun. Tonight, Underbelly Sound Wars Season 2 continues. But first, a message from the Schlangs. May the Schlangs allow us to stumble, but never stay on the ground. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs. May the Schlangs allow our mistakes to be learning lessons and not channels of quit. Learning lessons, not channels of quit. May the Schlangs make our experiences that we encounter shape us into the highest version of ourselves. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs. May the Schlangs allow us to see lessons in our losses. May the Schlangs allow us to be grateful for adversity because it allows us to grow. May the Schlangs benefit us in the sense of opportunity and experience through this life. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs. And finally, may the Schlangs allow our strength to be greater than any obstacle and any struggle. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs. Thank you, Almighty. It's first degree to D. Yeah, we celebrating. You guys are getting a sneak peek before Johnny Masses and Jane Public touches Underbelly Sound Wars Season 2 on the Roku and the Amazon. You are seeing it first. We filling up the chat with questions. But first, we're going to just recap what went down last night, what we think. We're going to recap what we synced last night. Dead Wave's world. Dead Wave has taken over the world, yo. Seems peaceful. Okay, you got the Fright Waltzes seem peaceful, but it's not. It seemed peaceful, but it's not. Something's all wrong with this world that Dead Wave has orchestrated. One language, one person controlling the government, society, entertainment, the courts, food. It was cool, but something ain't right. And this DJ hosting, man, he's oblivious. You don't know what's going on. So, turns out the Black Index is laying low. Turned out the Black Index is like the Gentleman Trigger, the Backman Black Bang, Blackulum, Street Monster Super Black, and Schlumpulicious. All laying low across outskirts of Los Angeles, some by the water, some in the desert, and everywhere in between. Okay. Then we got the free U bands. Okay, so after this, I'm gonna take a pause. I'll need you in the chat to give me some questions, but also answer this question. Those of you that's privy that saw episode 1 of season 2 last night. Why do you think Dead Wave wants everybody on Earth wearing those U-bands? Why does Dead Wave want everybody on Earth wearing those U-bands up against their skin? Holla at me in the chat. In the chat! Shaq asked when I first started freestyling, how much was a freestyle? Whoo, we used to throw the mic on the bed in my bedroom. I had this little setup, and all we had was lengths. All we had was lengths. I would make the beat, or Montabulus Rex would make the beat, and all we had was lengths. You go this long, and we would just freestyle, yo. It all started with the free. Then it went to the battles. Then it went to the battles in Sacramento. Legendary battles, Sibo, Brother Lynch, X-Rated. All these people started in the battle circuit freestyling. And this is when rap was first being invented. That's what people don't understand. Shaq, thank you for the question. It gave me an excuse to pull out the bully. Okay, this was freestyle, my dude. Gave me an excuse to bring out the bully. Thank you for that question. I'm in the chat looking for questions. Oh, that's a good question. Did I always have a home studio? I always had something, man. Not like to record, but I've been recording the home studio for a long time. But that gets me to Poor Man Dre. I started in the studio with Poor Man Dre, some other folks around SAC, but I really learned studio etiquette and all that's getting dead with that with Poor Man Dre. So shouts out to him, man. But I always had something at home. Somebody asked me about if I always had an MPC 2000 or what. Man, we was making tracks before that technology was even invented, yo. I already done pulled out the bully. You think they was having electronic sequencers when the dang it, Shaq. When the bully was when we was on these, this is before the electronic sequencers. But we always had something, even if it was a 4-track. Actually made songs off that. Some of my first songs. Wops. What were you calling wop sticks? You already know, watch. But I'm an upstanding citizen when I'm public. Carlos. Can we get some more Robo D? I know I'm trying because that's funny you say that. There's technology now that could make me really sound like Robo D. So I'm actually trying to find a way, but I'm not even writing these songs anymore. It don't work like that. I just get inspiration from God, man. The latest single, First Degree to D, I am God and so are you. Any day now, it'll be on the iTunes and the Spotify's and the not and the, but you can catch the video. So I'm just really receiving music. You feel me? All right, I'm going to the TikToks. Sean Lloyd, what's good with it, Sean? I appreciate every you doing all that. Charlie, what's good with it? Cola. Ooh, I almost actually blocked you. Anton, what's good with it? This is a question and answer, so give me some questions. Nacho XY, what's good with it? Art, give me a question. All right, continuing the show. I want to finish this little segment of the show. You know, we cut it in half, right? TikTok, the show's a YouTube show. I'm just real quick on the boom boom to reach out to Sean and them on the TikTok and the nifty knots. But then I'll be switching into Instagram. But this, you get the whole show on the YouTube. This is where we gather the elites of gathering the YouTubes. So I'm gonna continue the recap on the second half of the show. Right now, I just want to do something real quick. Last time, I got a couple of minutes for the break. Last time we was together, Facebook, I gave you some influences for like movies that went into Underbelly Sound Wars. But it's a musical. Underbelly Sound Wars is the first real rap musical. So I had to get some shout outs to some musical influences. Now, this isn't my greatest of all time list. Okay, my greatest of all time Sacramento list went viral. My greatest of Sacramento list is viral. But this is just influence. It's a little different because me knowing these people behind the scenes. So a quick shout outs to some of my influences that helped make Underbelly Sound Wars and the whole Fahrenheit catalog. Professor X of the X Clan. Sissy. Mac Dre. Why Mac Dre? Because he was the first one that was just being himself. Just being himself on the mic. It wasn't fast. It wasn't, it just, I got inspired by that. And knowing him and touring with him and seeing, he was an entertainer. You know, he was the first one. I wasn't trying to be too hard and it just entertaining. Brother Lynch. I was inspired by Brother Lynch, man, being from the Sac Town, creating his own world. Holler at me in the chat if you know Brother Lynch. Inspired by him before I met him. And then when I met him and we started working together, I was inspired. Before that, on the list, Funk Beta. I could watch Funk Beta play the piano for hours. Do you understand? I can watch the Funk Beta play the piano for hours upon hours. I'm inspired by that. Tasha was good with it. Country was good in it. Sanchez was good with it. I'm inspired by Andre Nicotina, aka Andre Nicotina. That dude's work ethic on shows, man, he don't even enjoy it. It could be thousands of people chanting his name and he genuinely don't enjoy it. And he just keep grinding and grinding and grinding. Shouts out to one of my inspirations, Andre Nicotina. Po Man Dre. I already done told you not as many people, but he's one of the masterminds of Bay Area music. Okay, one of the greatest producers, the studio minds of all time. Like I said earlier in the show, he inspired me, taught me the yips and yams of the studio. There's no one who has his sound. You can listen to a Po Man Dre mix and master, listen to somebody else, and that Po Man Dre's gonna hit harder, yo. Whoo, the busiest man in the Bay, man. So talented as his ears, man, his mind. Shout out to Po Man Dre. I got one more minute. Shock G. What are we talking talking about? Digital Underground Beat, what is we talking about? Shouts out to Shock G, rest in peace. PM Dawn, I said it. And finally, my most inspirational artist is E40. The raps, the culture, when you go to an E40 show, it's just people that want to have fun. It's a whole culture with this. So on that note, we're gonna take a 1 minute break, YouTube, TikTok. If you want to continue this show, come see us on the YouTube. That's where we gather. Okay? 1 minute. I'm gonna switch to the Instagram and the butterboom because this is on news. Give me a minute. TikTok. I'll see you at Instagram. Facebook, you in the mix behind the scenes. $15 seconds. It's the fair. It's the fair. Q&A on the fair. Q&A on the fair. All praise due to the Fahrenheit. No, start it up. Because YouTube, you with me. I want you to say it with me every time. YouTube, you with me. I want you to say it with me every time. Welcome, Instagram. I want you to say it with me, yo. All praise due to the Fahrenheit slangs. It is the slangs that brings us here together. All praise due to the Fahrenheit slangs. It is the slangs that brings us purpose. It's the Fahrenheit. Back from the break, we done gathered the Instagram audience. What up with it, Pale? What up with it, Uriel? What's good with it? We have gathered the Instagram. We live on YouTube, 7 o'clock this whole 10 days of Fahrenheit. At the 7:30 hour, I forgot to tell the TikToks. But at the 7:30 hour, we're releasing Underbelly Sound Wars Season 2, Episode 2, which is really Episode 7. And you will be the first to see it before it goes to the public with Jane Masses and Johnny Public on the Amazon and the Roku. You are going to get it first. So we watch it together. So 7:30, we all meeting live Underbelly Sound Wars Season 2, Episode 7. We doing a Q&A. Okay? But first, a message from the Schlangs. May the Schlangs allow us to use failure and turn it into success. May the Schlangs turn all our problems into solutions. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs. May the Schlangs allow us to rise in the face of diversity. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs. And finally, May the slangs allow us to be warriors of resilience. Thank you, Almighty of Slangs. Now I'm in the chat for the Q&A. Oh, watching X. And Ark, I'm still waiting for a question from Ark. I'm looking through. Oh, I see one. Boom. Oh, he's okay. But where did I see that question? It was about the radio. Where did I see that question, yo? I must have moved on, but it was about the radio. Is this the radio from the freeway? You already know. I only done had one radio this whole time. Yo, this radio from the 80s. 1980 something small. 1980 something small. What is we talking about? It's the same radio that I made some of my first songs on. Same radio that I played Marvelous's Black Rage's albums on. Marvelous's first ever recorded songs. I'm in the chat looking for questions. When can we get some more Robo? Oh, I saw that one. Art. He mentioned the U bands. One band, one language, one path, no creativity. No creativity equals lifelessness. Babylon Kings with everything under control. So see, that's why this is so important that this story gets out there. Art, that's exactly right. It's written through DE music, DE albums, comic book characters, but it's so much of going behind the scenes. One is just exposing the world to the DE slap that we so much enjoy, our elite of world. Now the masses on the Amazon and the Roku's gonna hear it, but that's only a small nugget. The main thing is what Ark just said, yo, is for people to see the truth through entertainment. It's the only way I know how to deliver it with comic book characters. Good comment, Ark. Do you write your sounds? Fat X, do I write my songs? I've never bust a song for you that I didn't write. I've always wondered what is the purpose of of doing a song if it's not coming from your soul. See, I'm an extremist in this. That's why I go bad on Dr. Dre for copying everybody. I'm an extremist in this. I write all of my own music. I'm telling you my story. There's a reason the song exists. There's a reason I'm in the booth. All right, let me go to some Instagram questions. Instagram, we doing a hungries in the building. What's good with it, pal? What's good? We worldwide. You're ill. It is the slangs that brings us purpose. I'm reading chats because at 7:30 it's going down. All right, fill up the chat with more questions. I'm gonna give a quick finish the recap. Okay, for the Instagram audience, we started a recap on what went down on episode 6, getting us ready for episode 7. Okay. Dead Wave meets with his cabinet. The Echo Tyrant survived. The Echo Tyrant survived Doubt the Tiger's attack from season 1. Echo Tyrant's in the building. Prism Warden's in the building. Everybody's in the building. The Frequency Phantom. My bad, Frequency Phantom. Frequency Phantom in the building. They meet. How Deadwave pissed he only owned 85% of the world's minds. He's not happy with that. He's complaining about the rebels. Like the Black Index. We say they're all scattered around the outskirts of Los Angeles. He controls 85% of the world, but he's still pissed. He wants the Black Index hunted. And meanwhile, I got 6 minutes. Come on, Michael. Meanwhile, because I want some more questions and answers. That's what this is all about. Meanwhile, Schlumpulicious, the Backman, okay, and Trigger meet up electronically through back route systems, encrypted networks, yo. Boom, they reconnect. Then Trigger's out, enjoying Portland. Trigger's out enjoying Portland. Then all of a sudden, he's attacked by the offspring. But you already know. Bow, cha, ha, bow, bow, bing, pow. Ooh. Oh no, I'm getting too excited. I'm messing up because I'm too excited. I knew I should have ad-libbed. Okay. For the Instagram audience, I just messed up the YouTube camera, getting too excited. Now we all messed up, but I'm gonna get it back and work on that as I talk at the same time. Trigger wins the battle. Okay. Then, after Trigger wins this battle and all, we learn that Trigger is a wanted man, wanted by the powers that be. And that's where we left off in episode 1. That and accompanied with some superior of Schlap, yo. We're getting to see some old school DE concerts. That Robo DE. I want to know what you guys thought. You got to see some old school DE concerts, yo. This is a different season. I'm in the chat with it. Holla at me in the chat. Holla at me in the chat. Oh man, now that freestyle and Shaq, that was way back in the day. I'd never do that now. Sometimes it takes a year to write a song. But then when it comes, it just like this song, I Am God and So Are You. I wrote the whole movie just like, oh, I gotta write this song. Somehow the song gotta come to be, and then just bam! Right when I got to the end of the movie. You never know. So I'm not even in control of it. I just get the inspiration from God and just write. When it's time to write, I'm in the chat with it. We got 3 minutes. Give me some questions in the chat. Richville, this is a question and answer. From here on out, we just summarize. I talked about some inspirations. We summarize Underbelly Sound Wars 2 season 2 episode 1, which is 6. Now we're doing the Q&A. Give me a question. I'm in the chat 101.5 FM, which reminds me, thank you, Sick. This is the next part. Okay. I've made a whole clothing line and I just made it for myself, yo. But now I'm going public with the Fahrenheit clothing line. So we're gonna be focusing on the Belly Sound Wars too, but we're gonna be focusing on albums and logos. So stay tuned for that. That's real soon. I done made a whole clothing line for myself and walk around town in Fahrenheit gear. But now it's time to share the gift. Now it's time to share the gift. All right, Yuri, I'll keep you posted on this real soon. ARC 2027 series recruiting more artists to the Underbelly arena. Man, I'll never know what's going down, my dude, ARC. I didn't even plan on an Underbelly Sound Wars 2. I was just looking to be enlightened. Every day I was just like, man, I just want to be enlightened. And then I just got this vision from God, and I was like, what am I to do? He said, keep it going. What you're doing, make another season. And I was like, I don't know what to write. And God said, I'll write it. Oh man, it was clear as day. And here we are, 5 months later, yo. It's really happening. I've been working like a zombie on this. Even though we had a mistake last night, I still don't know what I'm gonna do about that. I uploaded both versions. I'll figure that out. All right, we got 1 more minute till we all head into the YouTube to watch episode 7 of Underbelly Sound Wars. 1 more minute to give me a question in the chat. I wish you was there too, chat. Ark says, build it and they shall come. That's exactly what we're doing here. You get the message. What's good with it, Josh? Faisal? They get the message. Sick, what's good with it? Oh, we're going to have to finish the question and answer. I should have more time. Right now, everybody head to the worldwide premiere. Underbelly Sound Wars season. No, this is what you search. Underbelly Sound Wars episode 7. YouTube starting now. And meet me back here tomorrow. Same Fahrenheit station. Same Fahrenheit.